What's up, YouTube? It's G Noble A again. I wanted to make this video just so I can give you guys like an update. I think that's what I'm going to call this video, a channel update, right? Because there's a lot of things that have been happening recently, especially like with my personal life and things like that, and I don't really want to get into it that much, but yeah, I mean, if you watched my getting evicted video and my Momo Ayase time-lapse video, I think I kinda give you guys a hint of like the things that are happening. But I'm not here to like trauma dump on my audience. It's just, yeah, I just wanna keep you guys in the loop about what's happening. So yeah, the purpose of this video, number one, I wanted to tell you guys that I will be switching up my content. I mean, as you can tell, I'm already not uploading enough or streaming enough as it is, and that's because I've started noticing that like 3D modeling content, especially for my channel, like it's not doing so well anymore. Like, I mean, a few years ago it was a different story, but even prior to that it was like still a struggle. And yeah, so I'm gonna be switching up content, but that isn't to say that I won't be making art anymore. Like, my content will still be somewhat art related. I just won't be like making the type of content that I was making, like the modeling time lapses, because I look at my channel and it's basically all that it is, and it just hasn't been doing so well. So basically, and this is something that I normally would tell people, where I was like, anything that you want to know about 3D modeling that I know, just watch my videos, and basically you'll just, like, I don't hide anything. Like, that there's not anything on my channel that is like foreign to anyone. And even if you've watched like my streams, you'll get the idea of like how I do certain things, and whatever else. So yeah, that the videos are still gonna be there. They're not going anywhere. If you still want to learn how to 3D model and things like that, those are still going to be yeah. And I guess other than that, there's not much to say. And then, like, yeah, the content, basically, it was just drying up, and it wasn't doing so well. Reason number two as to like why I'm switching up the content is because, like, a few months ago, and I talked to Nikki's on stream about this. He's like one of my frequent viewers. I told him that like, with the skills that I have, I guess, like, you could call it that, when it comes to 3D modeling and making characters and whatnot, this is like, how can I put this? Like, I've always wanted to work on like bigger projects, right? Like, not just, oh, I make a character and then like it sits on my hard drive and like it just collects dust in a metaphorical sense, because like it's digital, right? But yeah, I mean, like, most characters that I've made, they just sit on my hard drive and they collect dust. Like, nothing happens to them or nothing gets done with them. They just sit there. So yeah, for the longest time now, and if you know this, if you've ever heard me talk about this on my stream, I've talked about how hard, especially it is for me in my country, to get a job in the industry, to 3D for animation or for video games or whatever else is out there, right? So for me, mostly I had to rely on like freelance, and in most cases, like, the jobs that I got had nothing to do with 3D, since I am a qualified graphic designer. A lot of the jobs that I got were mostly for graphic design, and my portfolio is even like catered for, if you've ever seen my ArtStation, my portfolio is catered for like 3D, right? And that's where it's like, there's a bit of a discrepancy. because it's like in my country, which is South Africa, I don't get a lot of like 3D job offers. It's mainly for graphic design, and if I do get something that is like 3D, it's mostly just people trying to lowball me. And even if it's like in other countries, like I don't know, it's like people just don't want to pay for art anymore. And I think, with the advance of like AI, image generation, and whatever else, it's getting even worse, right? So so like all of that just led to this, where I was like, yeah, I think maybe just do your own thing at this point. I mean, like, I already have nothing to lose because, like, I have nothing going on. Like, I can only hope for freelance jobs, which they are far and few in between. Like, it's not a lot of them out there. So, yeah. And let's see. Reason number 3 as to why the channel is going through, like, a different direction. It's that I think I've mentioned this to some people again when I was streaming, which is like I am old. I don't know if it doesn't sound like it or whatever, but like I just turned 30 this year, right? And for the longest time, like I said, like trying to work on either video games or film production in studios and not getting the opportunity to do so, like just constant rejection, right? It's led me to be like, you know what, maybe just like you won't have like enough time, after you've gotten into the, like, by some miracle, like let's say I do get into the industry and I worked there for years, and by the time I decide that, oh, I'm going to work on my own thing, like I'm probably going to be like extremely old and I won't have like the time and the energy to do so, right? Because like again, like I said, I'm 30. By the time I leave the industry and choose to go independent, like how old will I be? Like close to 40 or 40 something, right? So I figured, you know what, I might as well just start now while I still have the time and energy. So yeah, I mean that's another reason why, I'm already like suffering from certain like health problems, like my back, for example. If I sit down for too long, especially like when I stream, which is why like mostly whenever I streamed, I always streamed for like a maximum of 2 hours and that's it. Because like if I sit down for longer than that, my lower back starts to hurt. So I was like, yeah, you know what, that's another thing that I need to take into consideration. I don't want to do like any further damage to my back, and the more I get older, I feel like this is just something that is going to keep, I guess, occurring, and it will be like a hindrance. So yeah, third reason is time. Now, about the project that I keep hinting about, like, oh, what do I want to do, like, now that I'm going to not make all this time-lapse videos and whatever else and whatnot. I thought of making, at first, I thought of making like a short animated film. And, I tried working with people that I knew from school who have done animation and things of that nature. And in most cases, it just led to me just getting ghosted. And I was like, yeah, you know what, maybe I should try a different project that I can do on my own. I mean, not that you can't do an animation project on your own. It's just like there's just a lot of things that I was like, yeah, maybe I might need someone to help me with, certain things in the project. So I just decided to scrap that idea. And I figured, why not just work on a game? You know what I mean? And the game that I'm going to be working on, obviously, like, it's probably not even going to be like the best thing anyone has ever played, but considering that, I mean, it's going to be my first game, I guess you could call it like a learning project that I also want to turn into like something. I don't know what the word to use in this case would be, but like, I guess something that would be considered, I guess, good. I mean, I don't know if that word works, but like, yeah, it's just going to be like a learning project, which hopefully turns into something good and actually playable and like people can have fun with. You know what I mean? I do also plan on making the game like something that people will be able to buy. I'm planning on putting it on Steam or other platforms. I don't know if that will be something that you guys are interested in, but yeah. I mean, the point right now is just to get it out of there. Not like just get it out there. Like so people can interact with it. But yeah, also in the meantime, while I'm working on this project, I am going to be posting devlogs. I don't know, actually, like I don't have a lot of like knowledge and experience when it comes to making devlogs, but I'll try my best. So if that sounds interesting for you, and if it's something that like you'd want to see me work on, like you can stick around and if you've been with me on this channel since the beginning, like thank you. Like it means a lot. And if you feel like this new direction and me working on this project is not something that you might be interested in, I completely understand. It's not why I guess most people subscribed. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still going to be doing art. It's just going to be something different. But yeah, whether you want to leave or if you want to stay, I completely understand. And for anyone else who is new or who basically just discovers me through this channel, yeah, I'm a 3D artist who is currently transitioning from just making not necessarily tutorials, but what are they called, like art creation, just 3D modeling content. So if you want to see where I take all of those things that I've learned throughout the years, when it comes to like 3D modeling and character creation, like you can also join in, like hit the subscribe button, leave a like, comment, all the YouTube stuff. And again, thank you. And I'll see you guys. I've already started working on this project, so then the devlog or the first devlog that I'm going to make won't be out. I don't know, like give me maybe 2 weeks to a month maximum, and there'll probably be a video on that. Like I said, I've already just started, especially like when it comes to like the character creation. Like that's the easiest part for me, so I'm like, yeah, let me just start with what I know. So yeah, I've already started on that side. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, and peace.